Hey guys, Cryptus here, randomly. Yes, I know it's a surprise, but I haven't played in a long time, and yet I've received a lot of messages via YouTube as well as a few in-game messages and even friend requests, and they all have the same question, and that question is, with 5.4 coming out, will you make a dual wield PvP guide for Frost Knight's death? Alright, well, so since it was requested, I decided to stop by and just go ahead and look into it and see if I can make a quick guide of what I would do in 5.4 for dual wield PvP. So I'll just go over some of the minor changes that primarily affect dual wield and some of the basics that affect the class overall when it comes to PvP. So if you haven't noticed, I bookmarked each section down below for you. If you don't want to just listen to me ramble on, you can just go to the section itself and, you know, look into it on your own. Well, with that said, let's begin. So patch 5.4, it brings a few good changes to the dual wield Frost class. Number 1, Frost Strike now deals 10% more damage, making it 115%. 2, Howling Blast deals 15% more damage. And 3, Razor Ice now adds an extra 5% damage increase, which brings it to 15% compared to 10% what it was before. Some other changes that are pretty nice are as follow. 1, Icebound Fortitude no longer costs runic power. 2, Soul Reaper has been modified to deal more damage. 3, Obliterate damage has been increased by about 20% I think, and it doesn't really affect dual wield Frost, but it does have its moments in battle, and it is a buff overall, which is nice. So I won't bore you with all the other changes since there is a whole list. I did limit myself to sharing those that pertain mostly to dual wield Frost. And in this next section we'll be discussing Reforging, and with the current changes of the spell damage on certain abilities, I myself will go back to the 5.3 Mastery, Crit, and Haste, and making sure my Mastery is my primary stat, since Mastery will be sure to make those Howling Blast and Frost Strikes hit even stronger than they did once before. Gemming can be about the same as 5.3. I myself went with Strength Gems for red, Strength and Mastery Gems for yellow, and if you want to keep the socket bonus for blue, I'd go with maybe Strength or Stamina or Strength and PvP power instead if you want. Either work. If you don't want to keep the socket bonus, again just go for Strength or Strength and Mastery. And now for talents, we're going to go ahead and look over which talents I decided to choose, and remember this is all personal preference. For the tier 1 Plague Leech, since the patch it does now grant 2 runes upon use, which is rather nice. Lichborn, since it breaks fear and charm effects, also great for self-healing. And then for the 3rd tier, you can choose whatever you want. I personally go with Asphyxiate, but other 2 options are perfectly fine as well. So play around with them and see what you like. And in the 4th tier, I chose a Death Siphon, since it has received a 10% damage increase. I have used it quite often in the past, and you know, I kind of like it. I like the damage it deals as well as the the healing it can do. I kind of view it as my ranged Death Strike that only uses 1 rune. Even though it's a death rune, with Frost dual wield you will have countless ways of getting a death rune, so I never really have any trouble when I need to use it. And in some cases I can use it 3 to 4 times in a row. It will deal a lot of damage. I've had 50 60k crits, and they can heal me for up to 70 or 80k. So I like Death Siphon quite a bit. And now for the 5th tier, we go with Blood Tap, since I like to be able to control when I want to use the runes, and it also stacks up very quickly with dual wield since your main ability is Frost Strikes. Tier 6, this is where you can either go with Remorseless Winter or Desecrated Ground or Gorefiend's Grasp. I chose Desecrated Ground because I already have a stun, and I often don't go into PvP without a trinket, so I use Desecrated Ground to back me up. Either one of these options is fine. If you want to go with another additional stun with Remorseless Winter, you're fine to do so. Or if you want to have that extra trinket and be immune for all CC, that works too if you want to go with Desecrated Ground. And now for major glyphs, nothing really new here, but I will go with Death and Decay for the slow, Icy Touch for the dispels, and for the 3rd one it can be switched around to Swift Death or Dark Sim or even the Loud Horn for that extra runic power boost. I kind of bounce around whenever I feel like it. As for minor glyphs, these are the same as before with a few additional ones, but nothing new or too dramatic to mention. So overall, here we are at the end. Suppose that's pretty much it in a quick video. But if you do have any questions, or if I left out anything, or you want to add something, feel free to leave me a message down below, and I'll be more than happy to check up and make any fixes. Or if there's anything else you want to add that would be more useful than what I've mentioned, go ahead and let me know. Just to let you know, this was just a quick basic guide to help those starting off and who were curious about dual wield PvP in 5.4. Once again, thanks for watching. Hey guys, crew. I forgot my own name. Cryptus. Yes, there we go. Got it. Moving on. So, patch 5.6. 5.6? Oh my god, where'd that come from? 5.4. Patch 5.4. So there's other changes such as Icebound Fortitude. Is that even a change? Oh, it is a change. That's right. I need to write these down. And as for talents, this is all personal preference. Blah, 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 blah. What are you gonna really do this to me right now? Come on. Talents. Plague Leech, Lichborn. What other ones did I choose? Ah, that's right. Hey, this is talents. And as for Glyphs, there's nothing really new here, so I did. Oh, what is this guy doing? Oh, I hate gnomes. Oh, I wish I could punch him in the face.